OMC meeting that happens later in the week. But RailTel Corporation reported a very strong set of Q3 numbers, revenues and profits after tax surge. To discuss this and more, Sanjai Kumar, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of RailTel Corporation of India, joins us on the show. Sanjay, thanks a lot for joining in. It was a very strong revenue growth, almost a 12% quarter-on-quarter bump up. And year-on-year, it's almost up about 50%. Just take us through what went right this time around and what's the order visibility like? In the recent past, you've had multiple order wins as well. What are you looking at in terms of order visibility over the next 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, so thank you, Sonia ji. So you said right that our results in Q3 has been very good, and it's as per expectations. And there's no, so we are continuously working on it, and momentum, we're gaining momentum. The projects which were there in order book are getting executed and then converting into revenue. So that is about the when I talk about order book. So order book over next 12 months, I would say around 3,500 crore, right, including this quarter of this year. If we take conservative numbers, so we are expecting that around 3,500 odd numbers should come over till by the end of FY25.
Okay. All right. 3,500 odd crores is what you are, estimating in terms of an order book. Mr. Sanjai Kumar, just wanted to, drill down a little bit in terms of your telecom revenue growth, which has slowed. The company had in Q2 alluded to some amount of pricing pressure. Can you tell us what it was like this quarter and what is your guidance? Because in 9 months, you've done 8.6%. Your guidance was 10 to 12% for the entire fiscal. Are you on track for that?
So I would say that if we see the 9 months track record, this is around 10%. And so we are still maintaining the same guidance that will be somewhere around 10 to 12%. At least 10% we should close this year. Yeah.
But what was it like this quarter?
We know their pressures. Their pressures in rail wire segment as well, which is our broadband kitty, and which is contributing a significant amount towards our telecom revenues. But we are innovating, we are customizing tariffs and everything. So we are sure that we'll be able to control the numbers.
Okay. If you talk a little more about the segmental performance, right? The telecom business margins, not only has the revenue growth slowed down, the margins have also slowed down. You did talk about the pricing pressure over the last few quarters in that space particularly. 9 months FY24, your telecom revenue guidance was about 8.6%. But going forward in, say, FY25, what kind of average growth are you looking at in that space?
Again, same 10%.
10%. Oh, that's for telecom particularly.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And all right. And for project services, what kind of growth are you looking at?
Project services, remaining growth will of course come from projects. So numbers, if we see in the number in terms of percentage, it will be very large number because project segment is continuously growing. So the remaining revenues will certainly continue to come from projects, and we are eyeing like signaling. Railway signaling is a important area where we are focusing, and in fact recently we have got around 250 plus crores new orders through bids. They are not through nomination, and we are eyeing that kitty, which generally media has been talking about, that 1 lakh crore kitty of signaling projects, signaling and telecom works. So I think results have started coming in, and we are focusing heavily on that. Apart from this, we are also entering into new sectors like education sector. We have got a couple of good orders. Then health sector is already there. We are getting orders here or there. Then smart city projects also likely to be launched phase 2 shortly. So we are keeping, basically we are taking inputs from that sector, and then we are sure that we'll get some orders. And continuously the orders which we are getting right now from digitization project from state or from central government bodies, those orders we expect that will continue to be there.
Okay. Just on that, trajectory that you've seen in terms of your project services segment, if I see the past 4 quarters, 3 out of the 4 quarters, you've grown over 100% on a year-on-year basis. So do you expect that kind of trajectory to continue? What is a sustainable growth rate for that segment? Because at some point, there will be a base impact which will kick in as well.
So if we see this year, means next year, FY25, we should clock around roughly about 2,000 crore project business revenue. That is our estimate, yeah.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us and taking us through your business. That's RailTel Corporation of India. Let's slip into a quick break on that note. On the other side, we'll get you more on the markets and stock-specific action. Stay tuned.